More new age farmers are needed to explore and produce newer farming methods and exciting kinds of food in a very smart way. We're better to get innovative technology and practices than with the generation that understands it to be necessity. Farmers have a huge challenge. We have to feed billions of people, and to achieve this goal, we must encourage the youth by educating them, networking, influencing, and allowing them to access, build, and add to their strengths. Growth in the agriculture sector remains fundamental for poverty alleviation, economic growth, and environmental sustainability. The growth includes the ability to grow food and consume it locally. I'm a child of Africa, a continent which I believe will prove to be a great importance and significance in feeding the world in our tomorrow. The continent does, however, face the triple challenges of poverty, unemployment, inequality. That's making its journey towards a better tomorrow a very difficult one. There are, however, opportunities in existence for Africa to lift itself out of this triple dilemma. And one of these is through effective management of its abundant natural resources that are still very much untapped. This is a defining time in Africa's development trajectory, when all the economic indicators are showing signs of a rising continent. Rural poverty in sub-Saharan Africa calls for innovative solutions that will enable poor rural people to harness new opportunities to regenerate economic growth. It is necessary to create policies that develop disadvantaged rural areas, as well as focus on the gender and youth dimensions of smallholder agriculture enterprises. There is a compelling need to explore the ways in which investment in Africa's agriculture sector could spark wide economic development across the whole continent. It is believed that the potential cannot be understated. By bringing together state and non-state actors, as well as other stakeholders, it is possible to leverage the recognized resource endowment that Africa possesses. I'm keen to see greater movement towards community-managed farms, particularly in the rural areas. Focusing on community farming would directly strengthen community-level action. Communities play a large role in agriculture, supporting each other. Via this channel, they produce high-quality, locally grown, organic products that they grow. Community agriculture provides a comprehensive approach to the following: reducing the carbon footprint, cut costs of buying highly priced imported foods, enables locals to buy fresh, organic produce directly from the farmer at the farm gate, cutting out that man that I described as he needs his legs chopping off the middleman. It stimulates local economic activities through social enterprises. It protects local environmental resources and the land, the priceless arable land that we have. Community farming can have a positive impact on a country's economy, which can include pulling its citizens out of the poverty. With pressure on agriculture production set to rise by 70% by 2050, to feed world's growing population, community farmers and emerging farmers in particular will need to start farming now. If we have any hope of meeting the substantial demand for food production that we'll be facing over the next 40 years. According to a report, profound changes in agriculture markets are giving rise to new and promising opportunities for smallholder farmers in developing countries. As a result, farmers will have more incentives to boost their productivity, but helping them to get access to these markets and increase their negotiating power is key to achieving this goal. We also need to work towards providing farmers with support to make their farming systems more productive, more sustainable, and more resilient. Using resources efficiently and adapting to the effects of climatic and other unpredictable variables will be hallmarks of smart farming in the coming decades. Substantial and sustained investment focused on young farmers are essential to motivate them to remain on the farm and to nurture their energies and ambitions in their endeavors. It is time to look at poor smallholder farmers in a completely new way, not as charity cases, but as people whose innovation, dynamism, and hard work will bring prosperity to their communities and greater food security to the world in the decades to come. We are all aware that climate change will have a massive impact on food availability, accessibility, and food system stability across the whole world. We are talking about an increased risk of crop failure, loss of livestock, an impact on food markets, and food security on a local and household level. With Africa relying on rain-fed agriculture, farmers are highly vulnerable to changes in climate variability. Seasonal shifts, precipitation patterns, hereby affecting the agricultural process.